this is Renee from Little Village Homestead, and check this out. I got a huge pot of pinto beans just to boil in, and I'm gonna can them. Now they were just given to me, and I know it's April, but you know what? You can can these any time of year. So hang on, we'll be right back. Hey friends, I'm back, and now I'm gonna show you how I set these all up. I'm going to get my beans in the jars. I got my jars washed, lids washed, everything sterilized. Jars are in the oven. I keep them in there at 275. I got my lids and rings and my water, and it's boiled. Everything's all set. So now I'm going to show you how I put it together. That was funny. They fell off the back of the tray. These are really hot, folks, so be real careful. I sound like I'm tearing the house apart. Okay. Here we go. I fill them till they're about 1/4 inch headspace. And maybe with these 1 inch of headspace. I need to get another cloth. Oh yeah, these babies are hot. Shake that down a little bit. I can fill a little more in there. All right. Shake that down. Take that off. I put the rest with a little bit of water, or the juice from the pan, the juice from the beans that I boiled, and I boiled them for a half an hour, so you know that. Now I'm going to get the ring in the lid. One size. Okay. And I always wipe the rim off. I'm going to add a little bit of canning salt to my beans. I do about 1/2 teaspoon for a pint. Put those in there. I got it wiped off. I put the lid ring. Ooh, they're hot, hot, hot. Just finger tight. You don't have to crank it down real tight, and there you are. It's very hot, but you can see. I will show you another one. I'm going to do a quart this time. If I don't make a mess in my oven. I got a good quart here. And I'm sure you folks can see this okay. So here we go. I'm going to load this up with my beans. And I put the beans in because I'll put the juice in after. This is real easy, and I use these for all kinds. I even put these in chili. I love beans. Pinto beans are good for you. Okay. We got that. Alright. Back that down a little bit. I need this back on here for the juice. That's a smallmouth lid. Get my juice in there. These are going to be gorgeous. And there we are. I'm going to wipe the rim off. If you get anything, it's important to wipe that rim off, because if you get anything in there, your jars may not seal. get that, well, let's see here. It's being stubborn. Get that snug down there. And there we are. And I'll hold that one up. You see that jar? Absolutely beautiful. Now I'm going to get these all the rest of these jarred up. And when I get them all done and ready to go in the canner, I'll be back. See you in a few. Okay friends, I am back. I've got all my beans in my jars all ready to go in the canner. And I've got a load in the canner here. My canner's a bigger one, it holds 7. And it's a little taller. So I got all them in there. And then I put a splash of vinegar in here because that keeps my jars nice and clean on the outside. Apple cider vinegar, white vinegar, it doesn't matter. Just a little splash of it. And then I usually put about 2 quarts of water in here. And because these are going to go for an hour in your canner at 10 pounds of pressure. So we've got that. Let me get the lid. Now after you put the lid on, you're going to turn it on. You're going to want this to vent. Before you put your jiggler on there, you're going to want this canner to vent for a good 10 minutes. And then drop it on there at, on the 10 pound mark. And then you can time it and you're good to go. So let me get this lid on. This I fight with this lid. So I'll be back when it's done and I'll show you the rest. Hey folks, I'm back real quick. I got the lid on. I flipped the ring over on the inside. Sometimes you got to oil the rings up. Mine's a little older. And I don't know, the rings just don't seem to fit the greatest, so I usually have to fight with them, but this one wasn't too much. But anyway, I got it in there. You're going to want to turn it on high and let it vent for a good 10 minutes to heat everything up and get the steam rolling, and then you put your little jiggler on there. Mine you see is a round jiggler, and it's got 10, 5, and 15 pounds. And I will put it on at 10 pounds of pressure, and I'll time it. Once it starts jiggling, I'll time it for a good hour, and it's good to go. And I will show you everything when we're all done. Okay, friends, I'm back, and here we have it. I got the first load out of the canner. Now, I'm not going to touch them because they are literally screaming hot. And you can probably see, if I zoom in, they're still bubbling. But they are beautiful, and they are playing their music. And when I say music, the jars, the seals are sealing, and they're pinging, and I love it. And they are gorgeous. And I got about, 14 quarts out of all those. So there you go, folks. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.